Hello everyone, myself Nishu Arya. Today we are going to start distinguished test between functional group. It will be very helpful for the class 12 students who are preparing for their board examination or entrance examination, because there are always questions based on distinguished test between the functional group. So the very first distinguished test which we are going to start is between alcohols, 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree alcohols. There are many tests with the help of which we can judge the degree of alcohols. The very first test is oxidation. The oxidation can be done with any of the oxidizing agents such as K2Cr2O7, KMnO4, that is potassium dichromate, potassium permanganate, Collins reagent, or by heating in the presence of copper at 573 Kelvin. This is because both primary and secondary alcohol give different oxidation products. So our first tests are between 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree alcohols. In this very first test is oxidation. But alcohols upon 1 degree alcohols upon oxidation gives us aldehydes, which upon further oxidation give us carboxylic acids, whereas 2 degree alcohols upon oxidation gives ketones and they are resistant to further oxidation. So we will mention here 1 degree alcohols upon oxidation give aldehydes, which upon further oxidation gives us carboxylic acids, which upon further oxidation gives carboxylic acids. Are CH2OH. R can be any number carbon chain. This is 1 degree alcohol. Now, if we oxidize it with Collins reagent or any mild oxidizing agent, this is like CrO3. So it will give us R C double bond O single bond H, which that is formation of aldehydes has taken place, which upon further oxidation will give us carboxylic acids with same number of carbon atom as were present in 1 degree alcohol. Whereas 2 degree alcohols upon oxidation gives ketones. Are CHROH. See, it is a 2 degree alcohol because the hydroxide group is attached to the carbon, which is further attached to 2 carbon chain. कोई भी ऐसा alcohol, how can you judge the degree of alcohols or the degree of haloalkanes? To judge the degree, we need to check the functional group, the presence of functional group. If the functional group is attached to, we see the functional group is attached to which carbon? That carbon is attached to further how many carbon atom? Like in this above compound, the hydroxide group was attached to the CH2 group, which was further attached to 1 carbon. Similarly here hydroxide group was attached to CH, which is further attached to 2 carbon atom. So this is how you can judge degree of alcohols. See, 2-degree alcohols upon oxidation gives us ketones, which are resistant to oxidation under normal condition, but under drastic condition, that is, let us say कि if I oxidize ketone in the presence of K2Cr2O7 or in the presence of heat, under drastic conditions the ketones further oxidize to give carboxylic acid, but they does not contain same number of carbon atom as were present in the earlier compound. Because rest number of carbon atom will change into carbon dioxide. So this is first method to distinguish between 1-degree and 2-degree alcohols. Similarly, 3-degree alcohols also undergo oxidation, but they does not produce the compounds containing carbonyl group. What they gives? They produce alkenes in place of aldehydes and ketones. So we will mention that 3-degree alcohols upon oxidation gives us alkenes. We can take an example based on this method. Like if our question is given, distinguish, how can you distinguish between propane 1-ol and propane 2-ol? Though further you are going to use iodoform test for this same distinguish, but this method can also be preferred to distinguish between propane 1-ol and propane 2-ol. Let us see how it is going to help us. Before that, let us quickly revise. See, the very first method to distinguish between alcohols is by oxidation. See, 1-degree alcohols upon oxidation give us aldehydes, 2-degree alcohols upon oxidation give us ketone, whereas 3-degree alcohols upon oxidation gives us alkene. So we are picking up a question which states that distinguish between propane 1-ol and propane 2-ol. Propane 1-ol and propane 2-ol. In the first reaction, preparation of propanol will take place, whereas in the second reaction, preparation of propanone will take place. So this is first method to distinguish between alcohols. The second method used for distinguish between 1-degree, 2-degree and 3-degree alcohols is your Lucas test, also known as Lucas reagent test. So let's write it as Lucas reagent test only. What is Lucas reagent? Lucas reagent is mixture of two chemicals. These two chemicals are zinc chloride and HCl. Now, three type of alcohols react differently with this Lucas reagent. 3-degree alcohols upon treatment with Lucas reagent gives immediately turbidity. What we mean by turbidity? The appearance of white color due to formation of chloroalkanes. Here is known as turbidity. What actually is occurring? Actually क्या हो रहा है कि जब हम अल्कोहल्स को ल्यूकास रिएजेंट के साथ ट्रीट करा रहे हैं then hydroxide group is being substituted by chlorine, due to which formation of chloroalkanes is taking place, and those chloroalkanes are white in color. So we are saying that in case of 3-degree alcohol, immediately turbidity will appear, whereas in 2-degree alcohols, turbidity will appear after 5 minutes, and in case of 1-degree alcohol, turbidity will not appear, or we can say it will appear upon heating. See why this is occurring. Actually, this reaction is following SN1 mechanism, and as we know that according to SN1 mechanism, 3-degree alcohols will react faster in comparison to 1-degree alcohol. That's why this result is taking place. Let's write this in form of reactions. This is your 3-degree alcohol, 2-degree alcohol and 1-degree alcohol. Upon treating with Lucas reagent, see, in case of 1-degree alcohol, I have here mentioned upon heating. See, this reaction will either take place upon heating or this reaction will not proceed. Turbidity will appear immediately. Whereas, see, in case of 2-degree alcohol, same reaction will occur. See, both of them are following SN1 mechanism. But this reaction will take place sometime, at least 5 minutes. So we will mention here, turbidity will appear after 5 minutes. Or in this reaction, turbidity will not appear until heating. Will not appear until heating. So we are done with 2 methods which are used to distinguish between 1-degree, 2-degree and 3-degree alcohol. See, the very first method which we have used is oxidation. Second method is your Lucas test or Lucas reagent test. Lucas reagent is a mixture of HCl and ZnCl2. This reaction is following SN1 mechanism. So, retention of configuration will take place in this mechanism. Unlike in SN2, inversion will not take place. These are first 2 methods to distinguish 1-degree, 2-degree and 3-degree alcohol. Next method which we can use to distinguish between 1-degree, 2-degree and 3-degree alcohol is your iodoform test. Which is your iodoform test. In the iodoform test, we treat alcohols with iodine and sodium hydroxide, or we can say that we treat iodine in presence of alkaline medium. Here formation of iodoform take place. Okay? That's why PPT appears. PPT of iodoform appear. This test is known as iodoform test. To give iodoform test, which group should be present? CH3, CHOH. group should be present in any compound to give iodoform test. Like we can distinguish between pentane 2-ol and pentane 3-ol using iodoform test. Let's understand it with the help of example only. I am taking an example to distinguish between pentane 2-ol and pentane 3-ol. Distinguish between this group should be present in any compound to give iodoform test. See, the group is CH3CHOH. Which group is present in case of pentane 2-ol but absent in pentane 3-ol? See, which indicates here clearly that pentane 2-ol will give us iodoform reaction, whereas pentane 3-ol will not give us iodoform reaction. This test is known as iodoform test. The rest compound which is left in here, see, this group is oxidized to iodoform. The rest compound will become the salt of fatty acid. सोडियम का fatty acid बनेगा एक बाय प्रोडक्ट में from here. So this can also be used to distinguish between alcohols. These were distinguished tests between alcohols. Among alcohols, मतलब आप सिर्फ alcohols में ही अगर distinguish करना चाह रहे हैं, तो these tests you can use. Similarly, there is one more test which is known as Victor-Meyer test. See, it is not very important, but it is part of the syllabus. You people can simply remember without remembering the groups which are forming in the intermediate state. You people can simply remember the ultimate color it is going to give, as it gives bluff red color with primary alcohols, blue color with secondary alcohol, and a colorless solution in the end is prepared with tertiary alcohol. So you people can simply remember the final color to remember the test. It is not necessary that you people remember each and every step and intermediate states which are being formed. But though we are going to learn this test step by step, see, there are certain steps. Step number 1. What is step number 1? Treat alcohol. Whatsoever alcohol you are taking, either you are taking primary alcohol or you are taking secondary alcohol or you are taking tertiary alcohol. Treat your alcohol with phosphorus and iodine. What will occur? Preparation of iodoalkanes will take place. Second step, step 2. These iodoalkanes which are formed as a result, iodoalkanes, we are treating it with silver nitride. AgONO is the exact structure. It is silver nitride. What occurs from here? Preparation of nitroalkanes take place. Step number 3. What we are doing in step number 3? We are treating nitroalkanes so formed in the above step with nitrous acid, that is your HONO. HONO, nitrous acid. See, different type of complex compounds are going to prepare from here. A complex product will be formed. This complex product in alkaline solution is going to give us different color PPT. See, the complex product which is formed in the above step, when you are going to do it alkaline, for alkalining it you can use any one of the compound. Either you use sodium hydroxide or you can use potassium hydroxide. I am alkalining it with alkaline NaOH. PPTs will be formed over here. So it is a 4-step procedure with the help of which you can distinguish between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. Now, whatsoever we have written till now, let's see it in the form of reactions also. RCH2OH. This is your 1 degree alcohol. RCHROH. 2 degree alcohol. And last but not least, R3COH. 3 degree alcohol. After a particular stage, 3 degree alcohols are not going to react further. We will see it with the help of reactions. P4 plus I2. P4 plus I2. Here also P4 plus I2. I am going to write major products which are forming. We are not mentioning here the byproducts. See. RCH2I. R2CHI. R3CI. From here, see, the preparation of iodoalkanes has taken place. The first step has occurred, preparation of iodoalkanes with phosphorus and iodine. Now what we are going to do? Now we are going to treat it with nitrous acid, HONO. Similarly, here also HONO. See, the iodoalkanes are prepared. Now, what we are going to do? We are going to treat the iodoalkanes prepared here with silver nitride, so that formation of nitro. See, iodoalkanes are prepared. Now, what we are going to do? We are going to react it with silver nitride for the preparation of nitroalkanes. See, this reaction you people have already studied. Where you have studied this reaction? You have studied this reaction in haloalkanes, where we have studied ambidentate ligand. जहाँ पे आपने ambidentate न्यूक्लियोफाइल पढ़ा था, वहाँ पे आप लोगों ने पढ़ा था कि सिल्वर नाइट्राइड के साथ ट्रीटमेंट में नाइट्रोएल्केन्स बनते हैं और पोटेशियम नाइट्राइड के साथ ट्रीटमेंट पे नाइट्राइड्स बनते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि सिल्वर नाइट्राइड में सिल्वर और ऑक्सीजन का जो बॉन्ड है वो कोवलेंट है नेचर में, इसीलिए अटैक नाइट्रोजन से होता है. नाइट्रोजन से अगर अटैक होगा तो क्या बनेंगे? नाइट्रोएल्केन्स. सो हियर वी आर मेंशनिंग RCH2NO2. Nitroalkanes are formed. Similarly, here also R2CHNO2. Similarly, R3CNO. See, all three of them will form nitroalkanes. Now, what we are going to do? We are going to treat it with HONO. That is your nitrous acid. HONO. देखो, जो 1 degree alcohols हैं, they will form RCNOH. These will form RCN double bond ON. Here no reaction. Further, जब हम इसको अल्केलाइन करते हैं बेटा, एल्केलाइन करोगे आप इसको NaOH के साथ, तो यहाँ पे बनता है एक रेड कलर PPT, यहाँ बनता है एक ब्लू कलर PPT, और यहाँ पे फर्दर नो रिएक्शन. So this test is your Victor-Mayer test, which is also used to distinguish between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. See, all three of them are reacting differently. The final product in case of 1 degree alcohol is your red color PPT. In case of your 2 degree alcohol is your blue color PPT. And 3 degree alcohol after certain step doesn't proceed the same reaction. So you people can simply remember it. In Victor-Mayer test, 1 degree alcohol gives you red color PPT and 2 degree alcohol gives you blue color PPT. And you can remember it like that 3 degree alcohol does not give any color, that is a colorless solution is prepared, or you can remember it like no reaction take place after a certain stage. So this is our distinguished test between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. Next distinguish is between phenols and alcohols. How can you distinguish between phenols and alcohol? Let's understand it in a form of table. Here I am going to mention test, which reagent you are using. In the second column, I am mentioning phenol. How phenol is going to react with that particular reagent. In the third and last column, I am mentioning alcohol. How alcohol is going to react with that particular reagent. So let us understand it in the form of a table. Distinguish between phenols and alcohol. The very first test which we are going to use here is your very simple test. As we know, both phenols and alcohols are acidic in nature. Though phenols are stronger acid in comparison to alcohols, you people have learned it because the phenoxide ion which is formed after losing H plus ion is more stable than the alkoxide ion due to resonance. So phenols are stronger acid in comparison to alcohols. Using this property only, the very first test is your litmus test. Phenol turns blue litmus to red. Blue litmus to red. And same test is not given by alcohol. No change. So this is very first distinguished test. Second test with FeCl3. What does phenol gives? They either give violet, green or blue color PPT. Whereas with alcohols you will see there is no change. Third test. Third is a coupling reaction. Third one which we are going to do is coupling reaction. See, phenols react with diazonium salt to form diazodide, whereas alcohol does not give the same reaction. So here we will mention react with, they react with diazonium salts to form azodie. The same reaction is not given by alcohols. So these are some of the distinguished tests which we study between phenols and alcohols. Similarly, there is one more test which is given by phenol but is not given by alcohol. The fourth test is your bromine water test. The last test is your bromine water test. Phenol react with bromine water to form 2,4,6 tribromophenol. And similarly, alcohol does not give any reaction. No change is observed here. So you can see we have studied 4 tests over here. देखो, aldehydes यानी कि which group are C double bond O single bond H. Ketones means R C double bond O. देखो दोनों में ही कार्बोनिल ग्रुप है. एक अल्डिहाइड में एक साइड अल्काइल ग्रुप है, दूसरी साइड हाइड्रोजन है, और कीटोन्स में दोनों साइड अल्काइल ग्रुप है. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जो पॉजिटिव चार्ज आता है कार्बोनिल ग्रुप वाले कार्बन पे, वो पॉजिटिव चार्ज सबसे ज्यादा बैलेंस हो रहा है कीटोन्स में इन कंपैरिजन टू अल्डिहाइड्स. नाउ वी हैव स्टडीड ओवर हियर that aldehydes can be easily oxidized to carboxylic acids. Your aldehydes can be easily oxidized to carboxylic acids, and they form carboxylic acid with the same number of carbon atom as was contained by aldehydes. मतलब उतने ही कार्बन का कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड बनेगा जितने कार्बन का आपका अल्डिहाइड था. रीजन क्या हो सकता है? देखो बच्चे, इसके पीछे रीजन क्या है? अ प्रेजेंस ऑफ हाइड्रोजन. ये हाइड्रोजन है ये इजीली चेंज हो जाता है H की जगह OH ग्रुप में. सो aldehydes are easily oxidized to carboxylic acid. अब aldehydes ऑक्सीडाइज हो रहे हैं, यानी कि किसकी तरह बिहेव कर रहे हैं? रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट की तरह. सो व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू मेंशन हियर दैट aldehydes आर स्ट्रॉन्ग रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट्स एंड aldehydes आर स्ट्रॉन्ग रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट्स and they are not only oxidized by strong oxidizing agents such as K2Cr2O7 or KMnO4, but they are easily oxidized by mild oxidizing agents such as Cu2 plus Ag plus. Aldehydes can be oxidized with mild oxidizing agents as well. Mild oxidizing agents as well. और ये माइल्ड ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट्स बच्चे देखो हैं कौन से आपके? ये माइल्ड ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट्स है सच एज Cu2 plus Ag plus आयन. ठीक है, Cu2 plus और Ag plus आयन्स के साथ भी ये ऑक्सीडाइज हो जाते हैं. That is the reason that we are going to use Tollens reagent test or Fehling solution test or Benedict solution test to distinguish between aldehydes and ketones. See, Tollens reagent, Benedict solution or Fallin solution. In presence of all three of them, aldehydes get oxidized to carboxylic acid, whereas same reaction is not given by ketone. That is why these three tests are used to distinguish between aldehydes and ketones. बच्चा कौन कौन से टेस्ट है? वेरी फर्स्ट टेस्ट है आपका टॉलेंस reagent test. Second, Fallin solution, and the last one is your Benedict solution. Last one is your Benedict solution. See, all three of them react with aldehydes, but they does not react with ketones. That is, in presence of them, aldehydes get oxidized to carboxylic acids, whereas same reaction is not given by ketones. So one by one, let's understand these tests. Tollens reagent. देखो बच्चे, टॉलेंस रिएजेंट है क्या? टॉलेंस reagent is an ammonical solution of silver nitrate. Tollens reagent, it is an ammonical solution of silver nitrate. क्या होता है? देखो, सिल्वर नाइट्रेट अमोनिकल सॉल्यूशन NH4OH. सिल्वर नाइट्रेट इज योर AgNO3. अब देखिए बच्चे, इस रिएक्शन में हमारा प्रिपेयर क्या होता है? इस रिएक्शन में प्रिपेयर होता है Ag2O एंड अमोनियम नाइट्रेट and H2O is released as a byproduct which you can mention here also. अब देखो, फिर हम यहाँ पे मेंशन करते हैं कि ये जो Ag2O प्रोड्यूस हुआ है, ये रिएक्ट करता है अमोनियम हाइड्रोक्साइड के साथ टॉलेंस रिएजेंट को प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए. व्हाट इज टॉलेंस रिएजेंट? Ag. Of course, we are not mentioning here byproducts. As you all know, mentioning byproduct is not mandatory in case of organic reaction. This reagent is known as Tollens reagent. This reagent is known as Tollens reagent. When you treat aldehyde, that is RC double bond O single bond H, aldehyde with Tollens reagent, यहाँ से होता क्या है कि ये जो अल्डिहाइड है, ये जो आपने एल्डिहाइड लिया, ये तो ऑक्सीडाइज हो जाएगा किसमें? कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड में. बनेगा क्या? RCOO नेगेटिव. और ये जो टॉलेंस रिएजेंट था, यहाँ से सिल्वर डिस्प्लेस हो जाएगा. यही सिल्वर जो है ये सेटल डाउन होगा सिल्वर मिरर की तरह, जो जनरली जब हम परफॉर्म करते हैं तो हमें एक ग्रे कलर की अपीयरेंस की तरह दिखाई देता है. एग्जैक्ट उतना सिल्वरिश कलर नहीं आ पाता. कलर इज बिट ग्रेइश. दिस टेस्ट इज नोन एज सिल्वर मिरर टेस्ट. सी, दिस टेस्ट इज गिवन बाय बोथ aliphatic and aromatic aldehydes. It means by using this test you can distinguish between aldehydes and ketones, but you cannot distinguish between aliphatic and aromatic aldehyde. So I am here mentioning this test is given by both aliphatic and aromatic aldehydes. देखो दोनों देते हैं बच्चे ये टेस्ट, तो मतलब ये टेस्ट जो है वो फॉर्मल्डिहाइड भी देगा, बेंजल्डिहाइड भी देगा, एसिटल्डिहाइड भी देगा, जो भी एल्डिहाइड होगा, ईच एंड एवरी एल्डिहाइड विल गिव टॉलेंस रिएजेंट टेस्ट. So it can be used to distinguish between aldehyde and ketone, but it cannot be used to distinguish between aliphatic and aromatic aldehyde. Whereas the next test which we are going to study is easily used to distinguish between aromatic and aliphatic aldehyde. Our next test is our next test is Fehling solution test. What is Fehling solution? Fehling solution is mixture of two solutions, Fehling solution A and Fehling solution B. Fehling solution is mixture of two compounds, Fehling solution A plus Fehling solution B. Fehling solution B. Now what is this Fehling solution A and Fehling solution B? See, Fehling solution A Fehling solution A is your alkaline copper sulfate and Fehling solution B is your alkaline solution of Rockall salt. Rockall salt, which is पोटेशियम टार्टरेट. ये होता क्या है? दिस इज योर पोटेशियम टार्टरेट. Now what is occurring? See, aldehydes in presence of Cu2 plus ion will oxidize to carboxylic acid. Whereas ketones will not give the same reaction. Similarly, aromatic aldehydes will not give the same reaction. When we treat aldehydes, that is RC double bond O single bond H, तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा? यहाँ पर भी similarly aldehydes जो है वो easily oxidize हो जाएंगे इसकी presence में to form carboxylic acids. बेसिकली यहाँ पे कार्बोक्सिलेट आयन बनेगा और क्यूप्रस ऑक्साइड जो है, क्यूप्रस ऑक्साइड देखो यहाँ पे बनेगा क्या? ट्वाइस ऑफ Cu2 plus aldehydes in presence of copper 2 plus ion get oxidized to carboxylic acid ion and formation of Cu2O, that is cuprous oxide, take place, which is a red colored compound. So Fehling solution test can be used to distinguish between aliphatic and aromatic aldehydes, which was not possible with the help of Tollens reagent test. Tollens reagent test can distinguish between aldehydes and ketones, but it cannot distinguish between aliphatic aldehydes and aromatic aldehydes, which is possible with the help of Fehling solution test. These were some distinguished tests of alcohols, aldehydes and ketones. In this video, we will keep our content till here only. We will see each other in the next part of distinguished tests, in which we will continue with the test between phenols, carboxylic acids and amines. Thank you all for watching. Please like, share and subscribe the video. Thank you.